Okay, Fred Beckham, you are the chairman of the board and principal stockholder of the new Los Angeles Sharks, the Los Angeles Century, and the New World Hockey Association. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Well, of course, as you know, we just recently formed our team, and we actually didn't even really name it until last week in my office down in Anaheim, which was last Friday. We're very enthused about this new venture. I've been involved in sports for about the last 20 years, and football, basketball, thoroughbred racing, quarter horse racing, serving on many different association boards. And of course, having been involved in these many different sport activities, I was very interested when the World Hockey Association was formed. And when approached by my good friend Dennis Murphy and Gary Davison, and was offered the opportunity to participate in the league as a franchise holder, of course I was very enthused and enthusiastic about accepting it. And we are very hopeful for a good kickoff this coming year. Our organization has been formed. We have all of our principals involved. Our charter is set. Our franchise is set. We have our coach. And we're ready to start our draft and to continue on from there.
Now, this is the first challenge of Major League Hockey in the history of professional hockey. How many people do you expect to get into the Los Angeles Sports Arena, which will be your playing site? How many people do you think you'll have to average to break even? Your mind as to the availability of enough solid, high-caliber type of players to go around for two Major League Hockey leagues?
Well, as you know, most all players are generated from Canada. They have, I understand in talking to the Canadian people, they have probably a pool of approximately 6,800 young amateurs every year to draw upon. And this source of players has not been touched by the National Hockey League at all. There's no way to use up this number of players with such a small number of teams as the National Association has. And so I feel that we'll have no problem coming up with a bunch of young, talented people for this sport.
Mr. Beckham, good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Nice being here. Thanks for coming.
Okay. Don Dyer of Long Beach, you're president of this new hockey team, the Los Angeles Sharks. Tell us a little bit about it, and what challenge do you think you'll be to the Los Angeles Kings of the National Hockey League?
Well, Tommy, at the present time, we're not really too concerned about being a challenge to anyone. We're very excited about the prospects of our club. We want to be a Major League Hockey club in every sense of the word. We are more concerned about giving our fans young, fast, aggressive hockey, and if we are a challenge, that's fine. We'll let that thing fall where it may. But for the time being, we're not considering ourselves a challenge to anybody. We're considering ourselves a new venture, an aggressive venture, one that we're very proud and very excited of. If we do our job, everything will fall in the proper place, I'm sure.
Now, there have been reactions from the National Hockey League owners, and I'm sure you've heard from Jack Ken Cook here in Los Angeles.
Well, I would be surprised if Mr. Cook didn't ignore us for a while. I think that would probably be the intelligent thing to do. If we do the proper job at our end, it'll be impossible to do, because we're going to be a very fine league. Our ownership is sound, our principals are very sound, the rest of our franchises are sound. Our Canadian expertise is excellent. It's absolutely fantastic. In fact, at the present time, we have more Canadian clubs in our league than the other league does. We're very happy with this. These people have been very friendly and have been very happy to share their expertise and advice with us, and it's been very helpful to the formation of the LA franchise.
Does this imply Canadian control?
Not at all, Tom. I don't think so. We're all in this thing together. It implies that I think most people realize that Canada is where hockey was founded and where it comes from. If we did not have those kind of people involved when they wanted to be, it would be ignorance on our part not to take advantage of that. There are 4 clubs in Canada of our 12. Right now, we're not worried about any kind of control of that nature. If we have expert people that are qualified and want to be in our league, we're very happy to have them.
Where will the league office be established?
The league office right now is in Santa Ana. It's questionable whether or not that will stay. Our particular Los Angeles Sharks franchise office is in the LA Sports Arena, and we'll be headquartered there for the time being.
And you will open play when?
We will open play in October of this year, and we will be representative, and we will be exciting.
Very exciting venture.
Thank you very much, Tom. Enjoyed talking to you.
Terry Slater, you returned to Los Angeles. You were previously here in 1960-61 with the Los Angeles Blades. You're now coach of the Los Angeles Sharks. Are you happy about the venture?
Tom, I really liked it here. When I first came out here in 1961, I had just been married, signed with Montreal Canadiens. They sent me here. And now I'm back. I like Southern California. I like California. And I think the opportunity here is great, you know, as far as developing a hockey team that is going to be to compete with the National Hockey League, and that's what we're trying to do. And I think there's a lot of hockey players that are available that the National Hockey League have overlooked. I think the National Hockey League have got a little bit fat sometimes in their scouting and their recruiting and their farm systems.
Terry, speaking of players, when will you have your player draft?
It's probably within the next month or maybe the month after. This is up to the owners. I've been hired as a coach, and it's their decision to make. But right now, we've all scouted. We're out with Central Professional Hockey Leagues. We're watching the National Hockey League. We're watching the American Hockey League. We're watching all the juniors in Canada. And it's like I say, you know, one of the biggest questions they ask, they say, well, where are you going to get players? Well, I can tell you two players that were with New York Rangers. One guy by the name of with Eagers and another guy by the name of Murphy, that were good hockey players that could be playing for LA and probably putting them out of the basement, maybe in their bringing them out of the basement, or even with Oakland. And yet these players were not good enough to make the National Hockey League with New York Rangers, but all of a sudden they trade them with the St. Louis Blues. So there's a lot of players like that are in the minor league systems that are controlled by National Hockey League players, and they're the players that are good enough to play for us and also make us contenders with National League people.
You spent several years in Des Moines and also in Toledo. What is your philosophy of yours? Now, you're going to be competing against Mr. Cook, and the game of hockey is an exciting game. What different will the World Hockey Association do than the National Hockey League?
Well, I think the National Hockey League are tied. You know, you can have millions and millions and millions of dollars in the National Hockey League today, but the thing is that it's controlled. In other words, Mr. Cook can go out and maybe spend $1 million or $2 million trying to get a hockey player from New York Rangers, but if they don't want to sell him, he can't get them. And the biggest thing is your scouting system. You've got to have good scouts today. Now, if you don't have good scouts, you're going to end up in the basement. And if you don't go out and recruit good scouts and then get players, then everybody's in trouble. And I think that this is what we're going to do. We're going to spend our time recruiting good hockey players. We're not going to sit in our fannies and watching television and watching maybe football games and basketball games and then writing a report out to our people and saying, I saw a hockey game last night and this guy won. Because those people won't work for me.
Well, Terry, good luck to you. You have one heck of a job ahead of you, and I hope that everything comes out well.
Well, thank you very much.